All right, buckle up because today we're talking about a security flaw, one with some serious teeth.
Yeah, this isn't your average bug fix.
Not at all. We're diving into a GitLab vulnerability. GitLab, that platform where tons of developers go to store code, work together on projects, all that.
Hugely popular.
Exactly. And this vulnerability, well, it essentially lets someone bypass all the security measures, like strolling right past the guards into a top secret facility.
And getting their hands on whatever they want, code, data, you name it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. What's the deal with this vulnerability? What's it actually doing?
So there's this thing called the Ruby SAML library. Without getting too technical, it's a way for systems to talk to each other about who's who.
Verifying identities.
Like a
Okay.
digital bouncer checking your ID. Exactly. But here's the thing. Because of this vulnerability, GitLab's version of that bouncer, well, let's say it's not doing a very good job. It's letting in some folks with fake IDs.
So someone who shouldn't be there, who hasn't gone through proper authentication, they can get in.
They get in, and once they're in, it's not just a matter of peeking at a few lines of code. We're talking potential access to entire projects.
The crown jewels, so to speak.
Exactly. Source code for apps, maybe even stuff like, I don't know, financial systems, critical infrastructure.
Oh, wow. So this isn't just, a minor inconvenience. This is a big deal.
A massive deal. The potential fallout here, it can be huge. Compromised software, stolen data, you name it.
So what's the fix? What can people do?
The good news is, GitLab, they jumped on this quickly. They released a patch.
A patch, meaning an update to fix the code.
Exactly. The versions you need to be running are 17.3.3, 17.2.7, 17.1.8, 17.0.8, or 16.11 like den 0. And for those specific components, 2.2.1 or 1.17.0.
So anyone listening who uses GitLab, they need to check which version they're running right now.
Right now, because here's the thing, and I hate to say it, but there's already been chatter, in the darker corners of the internet that folks are trying to exploit this.
So this isn't a wait until next week kind of situation. This is drop everything and update important.
Precisely. Because every minute you're not patched, you're essentially leaving your data wide open.
Beyond patching, any other precautions people can take?
GitLab's really pushing for two-factor authentication. Like that extra layer of security makes it way harder for someone to slip in, even with this vulnerability. Oh, and make sure that SAML Flaw doesn't let them bypass your two-factor.
Good point. We'll make sure to include a link to GitLab's official guidance on this in the show notes. But, this whole situation really drives home a point about open source software.
Yes.
It's powerful, it's collaborative, but it also requires this next level vigilance from the entire community to keep it secure.
Totally. It's like this double-edged sword, right? Openness leads to innovation, but it can also mean vulnerabilities are out in the open, too.
Makes you think. As we rely more and more on open source, how do we make sure it's both groundbreaking and secure?
Million-dollar question right there.
Definitely something to ponder. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep your systems patched.